This video is sponsored by True Gold Republic, the precious metals experts. Talk to one of their experts today about diversifying your portfolio to help assure your future financial security. Find their contact information in the description below and pinned in our first comment. James Kaufman, World News Report today, June 8th, 2024. God bless you and yours, no matter where you are in the world. Please subscribe, give us a thumbs up, ring that bell for critical future updates. Ladies and gentlemen, we have pro-Palestinian Hamas supporters on buses from all around the United States headed to D.C. It says, see you in Lafayette Park at 12 p.m. Ladies and gentlemen, Dearborn, Michigan is on their way to D.C. to join the National March and draw the People's Red Line for Rafah. If Biden refuses to draw the red line, we will. Now it just gets worse. Philadelphia is on their way to D.C. to draw the People's Red Line for Rafah. If Biden won't draw the red line, we will. Who has organized this and who is paying for all these buses? Again, this is Philadelphia, and they support Palestine and Hamas. We wondered why the White House put up all the extra fencing and barricades, and I guess they were tipped off that millions of people are headed towards the White House or Lafayette Park to protest the Rafah land invasion by Israel. These are all pro-Palestinian, pro-Hamas supporters, and they're coming from New York City. New York City is on the road to D.C. to draw, quote, hashtag the People's Red Line for Gaza, and energy is high. This is getting crazy. Now, I'm not quite sure where these folks are coming from, but they're about to board the bus behind them. And obviously, they're pro-Hamas, pro-Palestinian supporters. They're also headed to D.C. This is going to be nuts. I'm not quite sure if this is happening today or perhaps Sunday tomorrow. These are actual pictures from all around the country. Everyone boarding buses at Answer Coalition, who must be supporting this and paying for this. This is going to be big bucks, folks. Where are all these people staying? Thousands of people have boarded buses and are on their way to D.C. to establish the People's Red Line for Gaza. All across the country, people are fed up with Biden's policy of genocide and ready to fight back. We wondered why they were putting up extra fencing and fortifying with concrete blocks. Folks, these people are coming from Boston. Breaking: activists from Boston Coalition for Palestine, Boston's chapter of the Party for Socialism and Liberation, Boston South Asian Coalition, and Palestinian Youth Movement Boston are boarding multiple buses to show up for the Surround the White House for Gaza protest in Washington, D.C. I wish someone would tell me when this is going to occur. So we have the answers. This started at noon in D.C. Surround the White House. This was posted by Michael Galliant 3 hours ago. A sea of red at the White House. We are the People's Red Line. Free Palestine. Let's see what else they have. Here they are right at the front gate of the White House. Now, I understand that this has been a peaceful protest thus far, but thousands have gathered at the front gate of the White House to quote-unquote free Palestine, the People's Red Line. We have a lot of famous people involved with this. We have, well, Dr. Jill Stein, for one, right here. Joe Biden killed Aaron Bushnell. Dr. Jill Stein at the People's Rally for Gaza in D.C. with Code Pink's Media Benjamin, hashtag peoplesredline, hashtag all eyes on Rafah. Again, my understanding is this has been a peaceful protest, although they've surrounded the White House with basically a red line here. Hashtag peoplesredline. Michael Gallant posted this as well. This is a very large movement. I'd love to know how many people actually showed up for this. Sarah at SAHOURAXO breaking, happening now in D.C. Massive protests in solidarity with Palestine outside the White House. Protesters are denouncing Joe Biden's complicity in Israel's genocide. Unbelievable. It actually appears that this started last night as they started to arrive by bus, and they've been at it ever since. Unbelievable. They're doing a sit-in here. Most of them have no idea of any of the issues that they're protesting for, although there are a lot of Palestinians and people that are in favor of Palestine and do know the issues. Well, it's not going so well now. We have what looks like smoke canisters, tear gas being deployed. We have police all over the grounds now. And let's see, Red Wave Press, pro-Palestinian protesters are surrounding the White House in Washington, D.C. As they begin their surround the White House protests, police have begun clashing with the protesters. Smoke bombs and flares have been deployed. Protesters were heard and will continue. This is getting crazy. Look at the red line they've created around the White House with people marching, etc. The People's Red Line is expanding. So obviously, we know why the fences went up, and some of our subscribers actually guessed right. They knew exactly what was going to happen this weekend. This is actually happening all across the globe. It was yesterday, because yesterday was Saturday, if you will, UTC time, or over in Europe. But this is happening across the globe. X has actually come out and posted about this. 75,000 rally at White House for Gaza ceasefire. Updated 20 minutes ago on June 8, 2024. So they're guesstimating about 75,000 people are there. Unbelievable. At least a 2-mile-long red banner symbolizing opposition to the perceived genocide in Gaza. The story is a summary of posts on X and may evolve over time. You can see the tear gas, and you're about to see a bunch of policemen hit the scene. This is going to go bad quickly, folks. Let's see what's going to happen here. This was posted by Raw's Alerts. 2 hours ago, thousands of pro-Palestinian protesters surround the White House. Here it says hundreds of thousands. Hundreds of thousands. It's probably very hard to tell. You will see the police come on the scene here, and they're definitely making arrests right now, as you can see. I'm not sure who's doing what wrong. It looked like a peaceful protest, but obviously something has gone wrong. Again, this looks like a much larger event than anyone's given it credit for. It does look like hundreds of thousands of people have come from all around the U.S. to protest Israel and the Rafah, ground offensive. God bless you and yours, folks. Please share, subscribe, and always remember that anything's possible in Bizarro World.